Sponsored by Kia.
Hello, everybody. Ernie Johnson here with Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Great to have you with us on 2K Sports. Tonight's broadcast will feature the Phoenix Suns as they go up against the Los Angeles Lakers at Staples Center. Looking at the Lakers, they're not satisfied with the record over the last 10 games. Under 500 basketball, just not good enough. Looking to improve tonight. And here in the early going, the pecking order of the league still being decided. Every team has the playoffs as their goal. Shaq, does it feel more like a level playing field this early on?
Well, any team can win on a given night, especially when they have something bigger to play for. Right now, everybody still has a chance to make the playoffs, Ernie, so I can't really answer that question.
Yeah, right now, Ernie.
Thanks for trying.
Yeah, to me, it's paper-mache teams because they're good teams on paper. We haven't seen them really develop. We haven't seen them have a continuity or conclusion together. That's why you play the games, Ernie. That's why you play the games. Bring your game, not your name.
I was wondering why they played the games. Let's go to Kevin Harlan. Maybe he knows.
Prez, how you holding up, man? Just some struggling, man.
I bet, man. Yo, Prez. Man, what's going on out there? You're dragging.
I'm feeling fine, Coach. Just room service.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, we'll look into that, right? Is it really? Hey, X! You want to look into the room service, please? It's killing our guys. Listen, just get some more Gatorade in you and get back out there, okay?
Uh-huh.
Los Angeles flu? Is that what it is? I love rookies. You guys cracked me up.
It's a Western Conference battle here at the Staples Center in downtown Los Angeles as the Lakers look to work home court advantage. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Doris Burke, our game analysts, and from the sideline, David Aldridge. And just a single game trip away from Phoenix here for the Suns. And the news here, Timofey Mozgov won't play, the injury keeping him out.
Yeah, and it's going to be a few weeks until they can get him back, but not as bad as it could have been. In the end, given the way it looked, well, I tell you, when they had to help him off, they'll probably consider that to be good news.
Well, a few weeks could still impact the season in a big way, but yeah, very fortunate he's not out for the year.
Tonight's topic, the 7-game playoff series. You look at college, the one-and-done format does add some suspense, instant elimination. But, Doris, would you like to see the NBA shorten the length of any of the playoff series?
No, Kevin, as you know, there was a time in the NBA where the early rounds were 5 games, so you only had to win 3. To be honest with you, I think the best measure of a series is who is the best of 7. I like the format. I know that we need to figure out maybe the starting date as moving that back a little bit earlier, but I like the playoff series as is.
If it is a 7-game series, it to me gives legitimacy. That's the team that should be moving on.
There's no question about it.
So the opening lineup for the Suns. Prez, he's in at the 4 spot. Young is out there with Devin Booker. And it's DJ Warren, and it's Len in at the center.
And they get the first bucket.
Let's see if this gets their offense humming early on.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, I did catch up with Coach Luke Walton. He's looking to even the season series with a win tonight. He told me he knows his team can play better than they did the last time, and he thinks with the strong defense and shot blocking, they can make things difficult at that end of the floor. We'll see if they can impose their will tonight. Kevin, back to you.
Okay, Dave, thanks. So it's mainly about defense for them early on.
And it won't just be early. I mean, it'll be about D all game long.
I expect them to come out aggressive, and they'll be willing to take chances, try to create turnovers, and be disruptive as they possibly can.
Here's Booker, following the score by Luol Deng. thing you know you're getting with Alex Len is size. He's legit 7'1". He can be intimidating with his size on the floor, and he has some pretty easy moves for a player that size.
I think Kevin Len is continuing to find ways to make the most of his height and length. That spot-up jumper has a high release, very hard to bother that one, and he's just got to find consistency with that baby hook. Nobody is going to be able to get to that shot when he releases it.
Williams can't get it to go. Suns have gone 0 of 3 from the field to start the game. Pass to Prez. Booker in the corner, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Williams.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Amazing. The quickness, the eye-hand coordination of these guys, extraordinary.
Now here's Len. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana. Shot clock at 5. Here's Prez.
Yeah, scoreless here early after their first 4 shots. They right now are searching for a bucket.
Dang gets a wide open look. Makes a big high bounce and goes in. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. There's the screen. Warren dishes to Prez. It's stolen by Dang. And now Randall pushing it up, and no one back to stop him. Pulls up. Goes back up. And it's good. Walk through contact. Hits the shot. He'll go to the free throw line.
Where's the box out? Some easy second chance opportunities there.
That's just laziness on the part of the defense, not hustling to get to the boards.
And after his rookie year, it ended with an injury right out of the opening gate. It was great to finally see Julius Randle on the court last season.
Yeah, and when he's focused,
Let's go.
guys, he
Keep
can
the
be a game
energy
changer.
up. Keep the
loves
energy
to
up.
attack
Lock 'em.
off the dribble from the elbows. Terrific spin move in traffic. And what may be most impressive about his game at this point is his relentlessness as a rebounder.
Stolen by Len. Booker with no one around. Another 3 for Phoenix.
Sound mechanics, soft touch. Booker will be deadly from beyond the arc for a long, long time.
Russell kicks to Dang. There's the pick. Stolen by Len. And now here comes Young leading the break. Oh!
Goodness. Wow.
Wow.
And that's how you make a steal count. Turn it into a quick slam at the other end.
It was really a case, it looked like Greg Anthony right there, if I can say so. It was really a case of a great defensive play triggering some instant offense.
Yeah, and he was so quick to break on that one. A good sign that he read the play.
Oh, that was a great angle we just saw, courtesy of Kia. Now, here's Warren. After D'Angelo Russell's miss. Warren against Dang. Now the dish to Prez. Kicks it to Len. And the shot is long. The Lakers trail. Feeds it to Russell. Outside Williams. Randall kicks to Dang. The pass to Williams. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Randall. Got a piece of it.
And you gotta respect the D. Perez just spiking the shot back thanks to that amazing reach.
And the Lakers with some changes. Larry Nance has checked in for Julius Randle. And it's Jordan Clarkson in.
Wake up out there. Come on. All right, listen up. Russell is running the show for them out there. He cannot touch the ball. You hear me? Deny him the rock and take him out of this game. Defense, fellas. Defense.
Give us a compass on this topic.
Yeah, this is...
Here's Russell. 26 points for him last game against Houston. And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. So the Lakers 5 right now. Lewis Williams out there with Russell. Then it's Julius Randle. Then it's Dang. And it's Black in at the 5 spot. In the The Suns going through the longest playoff drought in the franchise's history. 6 seasons, Doris, and counting.
Well, think back to 2014, Kevin, when they win 48 games and still miss the playoffs. Tough break there. We've seen the conferences become more balanced, but there's a long time where good just wasn't good enough in the Western Conference.
And Los Angeles guys shooting about 42% so far. Outside Williams. With the teardrop, it's blocked. And up the court come the Suns on the break. A nice shot by Booker.
Well, the sneaky first step of Booker. Not a speedster by any means, but still a handful on that drive.
Outside Russell. Picked by Williams. Here's the screen. Pass to Randall. Inside. Out to Russell. Just 5 to shoot. Looking to end the run. That shot missing. The Suns go the other way with it. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game. They'll try to put that one behind them.
Yeah, they just caught a team, Kevin, that was in a zone, and they didn't have the manpower defensively to disrupt them.
You know, I thought at some point they might do an about-face with their defensive strategy, perhaps throw a different wrinkle at an offense that was killing them, but they never did it.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, smartphones and other technology are ubiquitous nowadays. Clippers head coach Doc Rivers says teams do pay a price. Social media and texting has absolutely hurt chemistry, he said. He recalled his championship season with the Celtics. One of the best things that happened to them was during the preseason in Italy. The players couldn't get a wireless signal, and they had to actually talk with one another. Kevin?
Yeah, that connection between players can make a difference. Thanks, David.
He gets right to the rim, but the defense there to deter.
The Lakers have had a disappointing game so far from the line. Only 3 free throws made.
And on the season, you know, they're hitting about 76%, which is a decent rate.
Young passes to Prez. To the inside. Stolen away. And it's the Lakers on the break. Williams is running. Buries the jumper to finish the break. And the Lakers lead by 1.
Wow, got that one off right in the face of the big fella. Nice quick fire release.
He really has to get it off that quickly. Any hesitation when you're giving up that kind of size, it's almost sure to get blocked.
Warren with the ball. Now defended by Randall. It's tipped. We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter. Outside Williams. He dishes it to Dang. Clock at 6. Back to Williams. For 3. That's going to be out of bounds. Los Angeles will retain possession. And just who is providing all the playmaking here tonight? Let's look at the breakdown between the front and back court for Pheonix.
It's been the guards who've dominated the ball, but really in a good way, creating opportunities for their teammates, and that's something they'll look to continue here down the stretch.
Back to Russell. 2 seconds left. The kick out to Williams.
He hasn't been able to shoot for a high percentage this quarter, but he's still pushing the action. You can see it. His timing, his touch, everything just a shade off tonight. Well, I'll tell you, with young bigs, you always have to be patient. But with Alex Len, he is growing rapidly. Flourished when given the chance to start in his sophomore season. He still has a long way to go, guys, but rapidly improving his game and looking like he's on the verge of a breakout.
And again, it's the Suns missing for Los Angeles. They've gotten off to a rough start here in the second quarter, going just 1 for 5. And it's good for 2. And now a 3-point Los Angeles lead.
And he's been the catalyst all game long. Love how he's distributing the basketball.
Yeah, their ball movement has been superb with him on the floor, and so many of their baskets coming directly off one of his dimes.
Dang against Warren. Outside Russell. Nobody near Williams. Bounces high off the rim and drops. Williams has got 6. Doris, with Glenn, the improvement is there, as you can see. Still has a lot of trouble finding consistency, perhaps, on the offensive side, but he has a lot of time to develop.
I think, Kevin, what's important for Len is just keeping confidence growing when he's on the floor and letting the game slow down a bit. He gets in trouble when he feels the need to rush things or force a play. But, boy, with his improvement, you can tell he might have a chance.
Williams dishes to Dang. It's tipped. Williams can't hit.
Boy, he did everything right till he got to the rim. He needs to finish that.
Prez kicks to Len. And the call will be against Prez. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Foul number 2, and with so much time left in the second, he really needs to guard against picking up a third.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Harry Nance is checked in for Randall. Young comes in for Luol Deng. And it's Clarkson in for Williams. And for the Suns, Bender, he's checked in for Len. And it's P.J. Tucker in for Warren. And Tucker kicks to Prez. Tries again. And so he earns a trip to the line. Officials saw the contact and he'll shoot 2.
And Bender's one of those guys just oozing with potential.
And so it's a close.
Thanks, Tyson. Looks like 2 different teams after the loss. What's the difference?
Well, we just can't allow them to stay around close. You know, last night we had a letdown. Tonight we got to do a better job of getting down, staying our ground, playing defense, and taking advantage of this game.
Tyson, thanks a lot for your time. See you in the second half. Back to you, Kevin.
All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
Bring it in. We have not won this game yet. Hey, if we let up on D even a little, it's enough to get their guy going. He cannot touch the ball. You hear me? Deny him the rock and take him out of this game. No easy buckets. Now let's get out there and win this game.
Welcome back, everybody. The start of the second half getting underway. Both teams battling hard through the first half. Lakers trail by 3. And when having discussions about the Lakers over the years, one word that has rarely been mentioned is rebuild. The franchise is used to championships, not rebuilding.
And another word that they lack is superstar. You're not accustomed to seeing the Lakers without a true superstar on that roster. And they've also always been a top destination for the A-list free agents.
Here's who Earl Watson is starting the second half with. Prez in at power forward. Evan Booker out there with Young. Then it's Alex Len, and it's Warren in at the 3. Shots good from Young.
And the D can't back off of Young. When they do, he hits them with the pull-up.
Outside, Russell. Dang with the screen for Russell. Right side, Dang. The timely screen gave him a step, and he took it all the way. Dang's got 6 points.
Important points there. Got him on a nice play, getting the ball inside and right to the bucket.
Now the feed to Warren. And Young kicks to Warren. Here's Prez. And poor shot selection there. Not a high percentage look for him. There's Williams with the 3. Good on the three-point shot. 9 points in the game so far.
Yeah, perfect release that time. I mean, I thought it might get blocked, but no.
You know, that is a tough matchup for him. The size difference is drastic, but he was able to get enough air under it to get the 3 to fall.
Here's Len. Randall grabs the board. Randall's got 5 rebounds tonight. Well, it was the Los Angeles Lakers in their last game, a loss to the Rockets in Houston.
And the issues they had defensively, in part, I thought, was a huge factor. Really compounded, I think, because it was a road game for them.
Listen, the offense had the crowd's energy to feed off, but it doesn't explain a lack of effort on defense.
And Young kicks to Prez. Dishes to Warren. Young outside. Passes to Prez. Shoots. Len, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
That is really good work there on the offensive glass.
A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. There's a good screen on the wing. Dang. And he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Not really sure what he was thinking about on that shot. That is not high IQ basketball.
No, and it looked like he got a bit ahead of himself and just couldn't pull back.
Inside, stolen by Warren. He kicks to Prez. Booker with it. Now defended by Randall. Suns moving the ball around. Here's Prez. Randall grabs the board. Lakers have gone 3 of 7 on field goal attempts here in the second half. And Doris, it seems so often these days you don't see an interim head coach actually get the job at the end of the year. That was not the case with Earl Watson and the Suns. He showed what he could do, and management has given him the go-ahead.
Kevin, I think it often feels like you're a placeholder as an interim, but good for the Suns front office for giving Watson the job. Not easy to do since Watson is such a young head coach, one of the youngest in the league, in fact.
And he's good on the second. Well, they talk about basketball IQ, Doris, all the time from a point guard and broadcaster perspective. How would you, I'd be interested in this, how would you define it?
You know, I think you can see a player who has played the game from their earliest. Like, I picked the game up at 7 years old when I moved next door to a park. And when you play the game from that young an age, there's just this natural understanding of the nuance of the game. Like, my son has played golf since the time he was 2 years old. He's been on a golf course. There's a nuance, there's a feel for it that you can't teach. It's been developed because it's been a part of who you are for such a long time.
Russell against Young. Knocked loose. Young with the steal. The finish.
The pretty dunk brings down the house.
Gracious. Just a good, solid, aggressive finish there on the break.
Yeah, he didn't need any assistance on that one. He had it handled all on his own.
That Kia Slam Cam replay really gave you a good look at the action. Dang. And again, the Lakers no good.
You're always surprised when he misses that kind of look, whether the defense is on him or not.
Booker the pass to Young. Here's Len. And that one, good. Now it's a 7-point Suns lead.
And they can up the ante a little bit there after that basket.
Yeah, you know, their lead's starting to get a little bit more comfortable here. A lot of work to be done, but they're headed in the right direction.
Here's Young. Another one falls for Pheonix.
Yeah, 3 consecutive field goals have come right at the rim. The D had better start buckling now.
Start it. Way to work, gentlemen. Let's go now. Hustle up. I like what I see out there, fellas. We're playing like we want it more than them. Remember, you're my Pippen and you're my Jordan. Finish this game like they would.
Here's Russell. Handle out there with Dang. Then there's Lewis Williams. Then there's D'Angelo Russell. And it's Black in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. That's who's in the game for the Lakers. Randall no good.
Really tough for this group right now, trying anything to stop the run.
Well, that's the danger. Very hard to get the momentum back once it's shifted.
Young against Russell. Now here's Dang. Guarded closely. Black, no good.
not a good pick there. If I'm shooting the ball and I'm looking at him, I'm asking, where is the effort? You've got to do a better job of screening. You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Hits it from three-point range.
The assist coming up on the bounce pass, and it was a pretty one.
Prez kicks to Booker. Lead pass was put in just the right spot.
A high-volume scorer with terrific instincts. Booker can torture a defense when he gets rolling.
Williams with the ball, picked by Randall, and stolen by Booker. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Unloads, and it comes off the front of the rim. Lakers trail by 17. Pass to Russell. To the right side. Black kicks to Russell. To the middle. Wants to get it to Randall and does. That one falls. Now, here is Young. Second minute off the clock now in the fourth. For Los Angeles, they've gone 2 of 4 from the field since we started the final quarter of play. Russell from long range. And it's Pheonix with the rebound. Prez has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Well, you go around the league and talk to players, and a lot of them are in close touch with Prez. Surprising to see such a well-connected young player.
And it began with his time, I believe, playing for USA. And he's kept those relationships intact during his NBA career. Prez knows the value of reaching out to others and really just picking their brain.
Well, this team is just full of camaraderie, and it goes beyond orange juice and the starters. Prez and Denver Levens are also very tightly knit.
It says a lot about Prez to put his trust in a guy like Levens, who only plays spot minutes. But on this roster, there is no pecking order. Everyone is cool with everyone else, it seems.
The NBA is a league of adjustments, and one adjustment that Prez has made recently is his diet. His trainer has him doing every little thing he can to keep...
Bring it in. Take a seat.
Get off the court, Lakers!
I love the energy, fellas. I really do. But now we got to keep it up and stay focused. Just keep squeezing that orange juice, gentlemen.
Oh, he has seemed to slow up a bit here over the last few games. Guys, what do you make of that?
I just think it's the season catching up with him. I'll bet my house on that. Right now, Prez is dealing with what is known as that rookie wall. And the first-year players, typically they'll run out of gas just because they're not used to playing this many games in a year.
On draft day, a lot of teams passed on Justice Young, but he isn't looking like a second-round pick. Just great basketball from the Seton Hall product.
And you can see why teams passed on him. He's undersized for a guard, but the way he fearlessly goes at players and pushes himself is something you can't measure in inches.
This guy is getting after it on the offensive glass. Nice job to cash in on the second chance points.
Young against Russell. Young dishes to Prez. Young, right side. That's no good, but just his first miss in 5 shots. Lakers trail by 18. Down low, here's Dang. Good, and the assist goes to Russell. Russell's got his 8th assist here tonight.
That's picture-perfect timing on that play on the part of both the passer and the cutter.
Back to Young. He feeds it to Prez. Tries a 3. Here's Len. And 2 free throws coming up as he misses that one. Drawing the whistle and a lot of contact there. And the first one at the line is good.
And D'Angelo Russell, he had a tough time adapting to the pro game at first. I mean, you could see the talent from the moment he stepped on the court, but you could also see the turnovers and the lack of sustained hustle. I mean, I think a lot of it had to do, it's the first time in his career where he wasn't always the best player on the floor. And when you deal with that kind of adversity, it takes some time for you to adjust and grow as a player.
Williams gets the bucket.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
Suns leading by 15. Now Prez. There's the dish to Warren. Kicks to Young. Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. Len passes to Prez. The jumper from the free throw line is good. And the Suns lead by 17. And thinking back to Russell's rookie season, maybe too much was expected of a guy coming in at just 19 years of age.
Yeah, and we live in this win-now, instant gratification era. And with the skill set and moxie this kid has, fans are going to expect the world. Just looking at what Russell did in the Rising Stars Challenge last year, though, he may ultimately fulfill all those lofty expectations.
Like that?
And doing a really good job here of pounding it inside in the second half. Sound strategy with the lead.
Los Angeles making a switch here. Clarkson's checked in, and the Suns also making a change. Tucker's checked in. Clarkson kicks to Dang. High arcing shot, and it's good on the layup. Dang's got 4 points this quarter.
Boy, that's shooting with confidence, accuracy. He's trying to keep them in it.
Young dishes to Prez. Out to the right wing. Tucker the pass to Len. Black grabs the board. Black's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Dang kicks to Clarkson. Feeds it to Randall. Outside Williams. 5 to shoot. Back to Clarkson. The shot, no good. Good defensive work there by Young. Here's Prez. Pheonix, no good that time either. Lakers trail by 18. Here's Clarkson. 1:27 left in the fourth quarter, and it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. So it's the Suns winning easily here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.
There he is.
Yo, Prez. Ernie and the guys in the studio want to talk to you.
All right, let's get it.
The 2K Sports post-game show.
Hey everybody, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaquille O'Neal and Kenny Smith. It is time now to present our Jordan Player of the Game, Prez.
Hey, what's up? It's Kenny here, man. You guys won this one going away. Now, what was it that gave your team such an advantage tonight?
Man, I thought we worked really well together. Everyone did what they were supposed to do on both ends of the floor, and we took the game plan that Coach gave us and ran it exactly the way he asked, basically.
Yeah, it was pure perfection tonight. You guys were effortless, and great job again.
Thank you so much, man. Have a good one.
That's going to do it for our broadcast tonight. We certainly hope you've enjoyed the show, don't we, guys?
It was great.
Yeah. Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and for Kevin Harlan and the entire 2K Sports crew. All 653,000 of them.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Hard-working.
A lot of people.
Yeah. It's a long line at the buffet, though.
Shout out to the T-Pose, man.
Oh,
I don't know his name, but I know his face.
I'm Ernie Johnson. See you next time.